glass before I ever saw the sun. Machines breathing for me, wires singing lullabies. They said I came into the world screaming, but all I remember is silence. 2002, born in the noise, raised in silence. The hum of a war, the cry of a mother I barely knew, and the ghosts that waited their turn to hold me. Nurses talking like I couldn't hear, God whispering like he wasn't sure I was real. I came from static, from broken radios and empty cribs, from a name they wrote before they knew if I'd live. Faint echoes of father's footsteps leaving before my first word, a mother's tears that taught me the taste of hurt. I was baptized in sirens, grew up on echoes of violence, and somehow the silence felt safer than the truth. Rain on the window, voices in the distance. They said hold on, but I never knew what I was holding for. They say memories are lie, but mine feels too real to be fiction. Every flash is a film reel burned by affliction. Hands shaking, monitors blinking, and me just a number, a code in a system that stopped listening. Before I was Xilence, I was just chasing a heartbeat, trying to find rhythm in the chaos. But the world don't wait for broken beginnings, it just plays the song anyway. I came from pain, from loss, from the kind of quiet that teaches you to scream without sound. 2002, the year I was born, but really it's where the silence began.
I remember the glow through the blinds, street lights humming like lullabies I never sang right. A roaring nights, cold drink, rain hit the roof like mama crying again. Pops yelling through the drywall, breaking my pen. I was drawing pictures of peace I ain't never seen, hiding in the closet where the monsters used to breathe. Grandma praying while the sirens played background. Whole block heavy with the pain that we passed down. Bike chain rusting, sneakers by the door. I ain't had a childhood, I had a war. Looking through the frost where the street light bends, watching silhouettes fight, I can name all the ends. Every scream got a pattern, every tear got a rhyme. That's the sound of growing up before it's time. Aurora nights, I was dreaming in the dark. Street light glowing where it's colder in my heart. Echoes in the hall, yeah, they taught me how to fight, learn how to survive, before I learn what love's like. Aurora nights, yeah, Aurora nights, fog on the glass, just the ghost of my life. Aurora nights, faint hum of the fridge, silence was loud. Empty kitchen table, but I still felt the crowd. Shadows on the wall, look like people I knew, but they fade when the morning light cuts through. I used to stare at the stars through the tear in the screen, wonder why the sky's so far from my dreams. Every block had a story, every corner had a scar. Every broken home raised another broken heart. I remember bikes in the snow, fights in the park, mama's car leaving with the tail light sharp. I was 5 years old with a grown man's pain, watching lightning crawl across my window pane. Aurora nights, I was dreaming in the dark. it's colder in my heart. Echoes in the hall, yeah, they taught me how to fight, how to survive, before I learned what love's like. Roaring nights, yeah, roaring nights. Fog on the glass, just the ghost of my life. Now the rain still whispers when I close my eyes. Still hear the screams through them paper-thin skies. But I ain't that boy, I became what survived. Turned the pain to the pulse that keeps me alive. Yeah, a roaring night. That's where I learned silence had sound, where the cold became home. And boy, I was never made it out the glow. Yeah. I still remember that day. The rain hitting the glass like it was crying too. They said it's better this way, but it felt like dying slow. 5 years old, suitcase by the door. Didn't know what love was, but I knew that it tore. Mama crying, daddy gone, walls full of echoes. Heart got quiet, world turned hollow. They told me, boy, you understand when you're grown. But I never did, I just learned to be alone. New house, strange bed, no sin, I know. Just whispers saying this is home, but it felt cold. They said it's better this way, but it felt like dying slow. Trying to find a reason in the pain I'll never know. Took my name, my smile, my faith. That's the day my heart got taken away. Yeah. My heart got taken away. Photos fade, but the pain stayed vivid. Every bedtime story got a ghost that did it. Lost kid, quiet eyes, learning not to cry. Cause tears never bring the ones you miss back to life. Grandma's arms felt safe but strange. Still searching for a love that always changed. That's when I built these walls in my soul. Little boy gone, but the hurt took control. They said it's better this way, but it felt like dying slow. Trying to find a reason in the pain I'll never know. Took my name, my smile, my faith. That's the day my heart got taken away. Yeah. My heart got taken away. Now I walk through the silence, hear my younger self praying. Ask him what he want, but he never saying. Only thing he whispers when the memories replay. Why'd they leave me that day? So I carry that boy in my chest every night, turning pain into poems, hurt into fight. They said it's better this way, I know, but some things you don't outgrow. My love got lost that day. My heart got taken away.
Yeah, I thought leaving would fix it all, but sometimes the world hit harder than home ever could.
Ran from the crib with a bag and a BlackBerry glow. Thought I was grown, but the coat taught me all that I know. Sleeping in cars with the fog on the windows, breathing. Heart full of pride, but the truth, I was barely healing. I chased a family in the streets that were never mine. Late fights in the alley, blood dripping down my spine. Whole hood yelling my name like I finally belong. But belonging ain't love, it's surviving being wrong. I was a runaway, running from the pain in my veins. Chasing freedom like a high, but it came with a change. They said, boy, you break yourself trying to break from your fate. Didn't know freedom could feel this heavy this way. I'm a runner, hey, 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 but I'm finding my face, hey, 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 yeah. Wrong circle had me lifted, wrong love had me twisted, wrong nights had me numb. Every lesson felt vicious, riding shotgun with demons. They filled up the seats, every fight was a warning, every bruise was a beat. Still I smiled like I meant it, acting strong for the crew. But the late night trembling, that was always the truth. I was hungry for the warmth that a home never gave. Chose the streets for protection, but they treated me great. I was a runaway, running from the pain in my veins, chasing freedom like a high, but it came with the chains. They said, boy, you break yourself trying to break from your fate. Didn't know freedom could feel this heavy this way. I'm a runaway, but I'm finding my face. Maybe I needed the fall, maybe I needed the scars, maybe I needed the night spent alone in those cars. Maybe the pain was the guide I never had as a kid. All the wrong turns I took made me learn how to live. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. But I ain't running forever. Run away. I'm just running toward better. Run away. Heart still twitching, mind still slipping. Feels like I've been here before. Love ain't love no more. You were poison that felt like peace, and I kept coming back for the high. Every touch made the chaos cease. Even when you drained the light from my eyes, I was falling while you stayed on. Guess I love the way it hurts sometimes. You were poison that felt like peace, and I kept coming back. Every time I was searching for something to hold, you were heat in the cold, a heartbeat inside a dead soul. A lie I wanted to believe. You stitched up the cracks in my chest with your hands on my neck, kept me chasing the rush, not the peace. I confused affection with need. Every fight was a relapse, every kiss pulled me back fast. You show love like a car crash, beautiful and deadly at the same time. Yeah, I was drowning, you said sink with me. I was broken, you said bleed with me. Guess I didn't know the cost till it carried me out, like a body floating down a dark memory. You were poison that felt like peace, and I kept coming back for the high. Every touch made the chaos cease. Even when you drained the light from my eyes, I was falling while you stayed on. Guess I love the way it hurts sometimes. You were poison that felt like peace, and I kept coming back. Every time, addiction ain't just needles and pills. Sometimes it's a person who knows where your hurt lives. You were mixing with my trauma like a chemical thrill. Had me fiending for a fix that was killing me slowly. Told myself this is love, but it never was. Just two broken hearts trying to bandage up blood. We were glass in a storm, cutting deeper with touch, staying close even though we both knew it was fucked. Oh, I kept running to you when the darkness hit. When the flashbacks came, you were my counterfeit bliss. But the comfort was a venom that I breathed in thick. I was high off a heartbreak I couldn't resist. Guess I learned that the ones who can heal you, ooh, can also destroy you the quickest. You were poison that felt like peace, and I kept coming back for the high. Every touch made the chaos cease. Even when you drained the light from my eyes, I was falling while you stayed on. Guess I love the way it hurts sometimes. You were poison that felt like peace, and I kept coming back every time, yeah. Still feel the echo of your lips on mine. Still feel the ghost of your hands on my spine. Love is a drug and I overdosed twice. Get some lessons you don't learn till they ruin your life. Till they ruin your life.
Tied to the system, chain on my name. Papers on paper, treat my soul like a stain. They say I'm broken, but I'm the one they made. Cold white lights every step that I take. Institution walls keep echoing my pain. Probation on my back like a leash on a string. Cold floors and a number for a name. Every question that they ask, tryna box in my brain. Hospital lights flicker, deja vu again. Same hall, same stairs, like they waiting for me to cave in. Pills in a cup, take two, stay sane. But they never understood what's inside my veins. Got a file so thick, it could build me a cage. They never see a human, just lines on a page. Tied to the system, chain on my name. Papers on papers, treat my soul like a stain. They say I'm broken, but I'm the one he made. Cold white lights every step that I take. Institution walls keep echoing my pain. Probation on my back like a leash on a string. Judge looked down like he reading on fate. Didn't care about the story, just the choices I made. But the choices were survival, what you know about that? Fighting shadows in my head and the ghosts in my past. Therapist writing while I spill my chest, but she only hears triggers, never hears the rest. If trauma was a weapon, then they taught me to aim. If pain was a language, then they carved out my name. Walls her secrets I never meant to say. System got a hunger and I'm part of the prey. Tied to the system, chain on my name. Papers on papers, treat my soul like a stain. They say I'm broken, but I'm the one they made. Cold white lights every step that I take. Institution walls keep echoing my pain. Probation on my back like a leash on a stray. Can't box my soul in a file or a case. Can't tell me who I am from the scars on my face. If rebellion is survival, then I'll never behave. I'm not broken, I'm the one you shake.
Yeah. It's that switch flip, panic in the static. Mind running laps in a cage with no exit. Silence.
I'm up, I'm down, I'm crashing, I'm climbing the ceiling. Heart beating double time, I can't trust my own feeling. Paranoia in the corner like it's waiting to speak. Shadows crawling on the walls when I ain't slept in a week. Thoughts running like convicts, breaking out of my skull. Every color too bright, every sound too full. Bipolar on a rampage, high sharp like knives. Then I drop off a cliff, yeah I spiral alive. Voices twisting in the echo like a hallway band. I can tell if it's real or just my mind again. Sweat dripping, hands shaking like a premonition. Brain glitching like the world got corrupted in the system. I'm manic, mind breaking, I can't stand it. Thoughts flip, acrobatic, nothing if it's organic. I'm manic, crash landing, lights flicker, I'm stranded. It's the point of no return and nobody understands it. Highs feel like heaven till they tear us in. Then I free fall through the floor and the walls close in. Got insomnia holding me like a cell with no key. Every second feels violent when I can't break free. Racing thoughts like engines on 100 at night. Where I'm talking to myself just to feel something right. I've been trapped in my skull, it's a war zone view. What's a calm moment worth when the chaos feels true? I see faces in the static, hear the hum of the void. Got my memories distorted and the rest destroyed. This the breakdown of mass, no holding it back. Had a grip on myself, but I fell through the cracks. I'm manic, mind breaking, I can't stand it. Thoughts flip, acrobatic, nothing here feels organic. I'm manic, crash landing, lights flicker, I'm stranded. This the point of no return and nobody understands it. I'm up, I'm down, I'm lost, not found. Brain running from the silence, mind unraveling, silence.
Lights off. Just me and him. Staring at the glass like it's holding up a tombstone. Shadow on my shoulder looking at me like he's full grown. He got the same scars, same blood, but a new tone. Cold in his eyes like he never had a true home. Every bad memory etched into his outline. Every lost friend sitting heavy in his neckline. He move when I move, but just a second at a time. Like you know the man, I'm scared to be inside my mind. Whispers in the silence, echo of the drywall, telling me the rise wasn't worth the damn fall. Feels like I'm facing down everything I try to stall. He ain't here to hurt me, he just wanted our recall. Ghost in the mirror, who the hell are you? I see him staring back, but I don't know who's real. Haunted Haunted by a version that I barely even knew. Talking to the pain like it's something I could feel. Ghosts in the mirror, ghosts in the mirror, ghosts in the mirror. Tell me what's the truth. Ghosts in the mirror, ghosts in the mirror, ghosts in the mirror. Tell me what's the truth. Still frame vision, everything is slow burn. See the kid I used to be, twisting like a slow turn. Eyes full of anger, but the anger's just a cold learn. Never had a compass, only trauma that the soul learned. Dark room, keeping everything internal. Feel like I'm confessing to a journal that's eternal. Looking at myself through a lens that's infernal. Trying to separate the courage from the kernel. If he's me, then he know what I've been running from. Know the night staring out the window till the sun will come. Know the fights in my chest beating like 100 drums. Know I built walls, now I'm standing where the rubble comes. Ghost in the mirror, who the hell are you? I see him staring back, but I don't know who's real. Haunted by a version that I barely even knew. Talking to the pain like it's something I can feel. Ghost in the mirror, ghost in the mirror, ghost in the mirror. Tell me what's the truth. Ghost in the mirror, ghost in the mirror, ghost in the mirror. Tell me what's the truth. Maybe he's a past, maybe he's a proof. Maybe he's a part of me I never let loose. Ghost in the mirror, ghost in the mirror, ghost in the mirror. Tell me what I gotta lose. Ghost in the mirror, ghost in the mirror, ghost in the mirror. Tell me what I gotta lose. Ghost in the mirror.
Look, I've been running from the mirror since the day I learned a lot. But you were standing in the doorway with that worry in your eyes. 5 years old, hard cold from the battles in the walls. Trying to figure why the people you love most will let you fall. And I'm sorry, sorry that I left you in the dark without a hand. Sorry that I tried to numb the pain instead of taking a stand. You wanted something simple, just a voice to say you're safe. But I grew into a person that kept looking for escape. You ain't deserted chaos, the alleys or the sirens. A child that made it trauma, foster beds and cold silence. You ain't asked for any of this, I'm the one who built the sins. Trying to make a home inside the hurt I found myself living in. Little me, I know you just wanted love, I know you did. Every wrong turn I made it echo through the kid I was. If I could go back in time, I'd pull you off that broken path. Hold you in my arms and say you don't gotta hurt the matter. I used to blame you for the pieces that I couldn't fix, but truth is you were fighting storms, no kiss should ever mix. Hospitals, probation pills, and nights I cried alone. You were only looking for affection, I was looking for a home. Snoop said go back in time, I swear I tried. Rewind the tape and see the fear behind your quiet little eyes. Wish I could step inside the screen, tell you none of this was fate. Tell you the world was wrong for making you carry all that way. But here I am, a product of the pain you never chose. A man shaped by the nights you trembled under broken windows. And even though I failed you, even though I lost my way, I'm here now, speaking truth, this the debt I gotta pay. Little me, I know you just wanted love, I know you did. Every wrong turn I made it echo through the kid I was. If I could go back in time, I'd pull you off that broken path. Hold you in my arms and say you don't gotta hurt the matter. So this is my apology, not to the world, just to you. No ego, no rage, nothing left but the truth. You were innocent and I'm sorry for the ways I chased love wrong, but your heartbeat made me strong. And even through the wreckage of the light that came to pass, just know everything I am is built from your courage in the glass.
End of the line. It's what the whole story been leading to. Listen. I've been walking through the shadows that were carved from my past. Every scar, every tear, yeah, I carried them back. I ain't healed, but I'm here, and that's something that lasts. Survived the storms meant to break me, wasn't built to collapse. I seen the system try to fold me, seen the nights get cold. Seen the kid in the mirror looking hollow, looking old. But I rose from the ashes with the story I told. Turned my wounds into weapons, turned my silence to gold. They ain't know the cost of living with a heart this bruised. A mind this loud, a soul this used. But I found my voice in the places where the light refused. And I held on tight even when I prayed to lose. This project that is the ending and the start. A symphony of suffering conducted by my heart. I ain't break, I ain't fold, though I came apart. Now you hear the silence speaking from the dark. This is the finale, but not my goodbye, just the moment I breathe and finally realize I'm alive. I survived. Yeah. Full circle from the cradle where the noise began, to the nights in the war where they measured who I am, to the alleys, to the streets, to the fights I ran, to the ghosts in my mind and the weight on my hands. Everything I lived through, it became my creed. The chapters written in the blood that I refuse to bleed. I walk miles in the madness with a heart that beat. Too quiet for the world, but too loud for me. Now I stand in the rain with the truth exposed. Every crack in my spirit like a story composed. I don't shine, I just glow from the life I chose, and the death I dodge more than anyone knows. So if you listen close, you'll hear the fire I became. Not a victim of the pain, but the head of the flame. Silence ain't a name, it's the echo with a shame that I turn into meaning that I carve from the rain. This project tells the ending and the start, a symphony of suffering conducted by my heart. I ain't break, I ain't fold, though I came apart. Now you hear the silence speaking from the dark. This is the finale, but not my goodbye, just the moment I breathe and finally realize I'm alive. I survived. Yeah.
This is the finale, but not my goodbye, just the moment I breathe and finally realize I'm alive. I survived.
Now you understand the silence.
Yeah, still trying to function through the numb. Still holding on to the habits that hold on to me. Yeah. Yeah. I've been living off the vapor in my lungs, no rest. Eyes burning through the night, time pain press on my chest. Say I'm doing better, but I'm barely at my best. Got a smile for the world, but the truth, I'm a mess. I ain't crashing, I ain't spiraling, I'm walking that line. Half dead, half focused, still pretending I'm fine. Function through the fog when the thoughts intertwine. Ain't addicted to the high, I'm addicted to the quiet in my mind. Cold rooms, dark nights, vape clouds, blue light. Play tough, play calm, but I'm losing every fight. Sleep dodging me again, guess we beefing for life. But I still get up and grind, cause the pain's my drive. These vices, they hold me, I know it, I own it. Still trying to stay numb, but I move like I'm focused. I'm broken, but working, I'm hurting, but hoping. Function through the chaos, I just keep going. Vices, yeah, yeah, they keep me floating. Vices, yeah. Even when I feel froze, I've been breathing in the silence like it's medicine now. Trying to calm down the storms that been messing me around. Got demons in the corners that don't ever make sound, but they show up in my thoughts every time I lay down. I know these habits ain't helping, but they keep me afloat. Get me through another day without sinking the boat. I could quit, yeah, I say it, but you know I won't. Cause a numb ain't relief, it's the last thing I own. Still learning how to feel without falling apart. Still learning how to heal without breaking my heart. I got dreams in my head and the past in my scars. Trying to balance all the pressure while I'm shooting for stars. These vices, they hold me, I know it, I own it. Still trying to stay numb, but I move like I'm focused. I'm broken, but working, I'm hurting, but hoping. Function through the chaos, I just keep going. Vices, yeah, they keep me floating. Vices, yeah. Even when I feel frozen. I ain't proud of the coping, yeah, but it's keeping me alive. One day at a time, one breath at a time. Yeah. Cold world, but I'm built for it. Look, Stepped out the story, left the chapters in the flame. Now I'm talking in the present, not the kid I used to blame. Whole world watching now, funny how the pressure hit. They said I disappeared, guess I never got the memo, kid. Cold streets, cold hearts, I ain't flinching, I'm awake. Seen them smile in my face, praying heavy on my break. But I'm grounded, I'm different, I built truth out of pain. Turned a nightmare to a vision, they just mad I overcame. I ain't dwelling on the trauma, ain't reflecting on the hurt. It's the version of me now, not the shadows or the dirt. If you doubted me before, better keep that energy, cause I'm speaking from the mountaintop, looking at my enemies. Cold world, but I move like I'm made for the blizzard. Thought I'd break, guess again, now I'm colder than winter. Ain't a flashback, nah, it's the life that I live. Stepping out the storyline, showing who silence is. Cold world, but I move like I'm made for the blizzard. Thought I'd break, guess again, now I'm colder than winter. Ain't a flashback, nah, it's the life that I live. Stepping out the storyline, showing who silence is. No apologies for winning, no remorse for cutting ties. Y'all believe what they told you, I believe in my own rise. Seen the vultures in the distance, trying to feast on what I built. But I'm armored in persistence, ain't no weakness in my guilt. Where I'm going ain't the past tense, that chapter's in the grave. I ain't looking in the mirror, I'm looking past it unafraid. Every scar became a weapon, every loss became a route. Now I'm speaking to the present day, I'm here without a doubt. Ain't a woe is me moment, ain't a tale of what I missed. This a warning to the world, silence really exists. They try boxing in my voice, try to paint me as a ghost. Now I'm standing in the open, saying louder than the most. Cold world, but I move like I'm made for the blizzard. Thought I'd break, guess again, now I'm colder than winter. Ain't a flashback, nah, it's the life that I live. Stepping out the storyline, showing who silence is. Cold world, but I move like I'm made for the blizzard. Thought I'd break, guess again, now I'm colder than winter. Ain't a flashback, nah, it's the life that I live. Stepping out the storyline, showing who silence is. No past talk, no rewind, no falling back in that abyss. This the moment where the future shakes hands with who I is. Cold world, but I'm standing, and I'm done being silent. Present day, present mind, yeah, this the calm before I get violent.
Yeah, I learned that a saint's got shadow. Every good deed got a cost that follows. World full of glass, hearts cracked in the hollows. Trying to fly straight, but the past still swallows. I ain't perfect, never claim that title. Walked through dirt, made the pain my Bible. Everybody tryna act clean on arrival, but I seen halos slip, that's a cycle. Ain't no angels in the mirror when I face it. Just a broken kid who tried his best to erase it. But every scar on my soul, yeah, I had to embrace it. Cause redemption ain't innocence, it's learning how to waste it. No halos, just humans in the dark fighting fate. We all bleed, we all fall, we all carry mistakes. No halos, but I still rise, ain't afraid. And my past still lives in me, at least it knows I changed. I done blame God, blame light, blame fear, till I saw truth looking back in the mirror. It said you ain't bad, you bruise, you here. And I realize even hope got a price each year. Lot of bridges burned that I can't rebuild. Lot of nights I prayed for a heart that could feel. But the ones who survive, we the ones that real. Ain't no halo on me, just a soul that heals. Ain't no angels in the mirror when I face it. Just a broken kid who tried his best to erase it. But every scar on my soul, yeah, I had to embrace it. Redemption ain't innocence, it's learning not to waste it. No halos, just humans in the dark fighting fate. We all bleed, we all fall, we all carry mistakes. No halos, but I still rise, ain't afraid. And my past still lives in me, at least it knows I changed. No halo, no halo. Just truth in the shadows we came from. And if redemption never needed a face, I swear it ain't perfect. It's made from what we've run.